Ian?
Where are we?
Ian Doyle.
Hello. Arne, the game seemed to be very, very similar to the game you had here in September, even down to the VAR contribution.
Yeah, I think we started the game really well, even better than 3 months ago. We were having 3 or 4 great moments with, of course, the biggest moment when Florian, I didn't see it back, but it came across as almost an open goal where he could finish that ball. Weren't able to score. Like last time, when we had our chances, they 5 seconds later got their first attack, led to a corner, and you have to give credits the way when they get a chance, they play it as if it's the last chance of their lives, and that is definitely something we can learn from them, because we sometimes get our chances and it comes across as if we think we get 10 more. So we're 1-0 down, and then it's a it's already a difficult place to go if you're 0-0, but if you're 1 goal down, it makes it even harder for us, for everyone who's on the pitch, of course, except for their own players. And yeah, 1-0 loss.
Was the main frustration, the fact that you didn't make more of the opportunities they had in terms of actually making chances? Because you had a lot of the ball in like the final third, but some of the decision making maybe wasn't what you'd want.
Yeah, for sure. But that's I wouldn't say a frustration, but that's the situation we are facing. And as I'm responsible for that, I'm facing already for large parts of this season with getting the ball to the final third, getting them towards moments where you think you can get more. But today we've created enough to score a goal, and of course we scored one, but that one was overturned by the VAR. Was overturned by the VAR.
Lewis.
Hi. You obviously had loads of chances yourself, but obviously Galatasaray had quite a lot of other chances as well. Do you think you might look back and think it's good that it's only 1-0 going into that second leg, especially given some of their chances to make it 2?
I don't think they had a lot of chances in the second half, did they? No. Yeah, they have good players and they're a good team, so they will always create chances. They scored 5 against Juve, so that here at home, so that tells you where they're able of. Yeah, we've had very good chances, 1-on-1 to the goalkeeper, and unfortunately couldn't score. But again, as I have to give credit to how they scored their goal, I have to give credit to the way they defend as well, because they keep on fighting, throwing themselves in front of balls. And if in that moment when Hugo went 1-3-1, then there was the goalkeeper for them to make a very important save. But what I do know is now it's half-time. We've lost here twice with 1-0. And the good thing is the next game is not played here, but is played at Anfield. And our fans can create a similar atmosphere. And I don't think it's possible that if I look at the last 2 games that so many things can go against us as happened in the last 2 games. Although sometimes I question that if I look at this season. But I think things will be more normal in a home game for us. And I also think we can improve our performance. And that, with the help of our fans, has to lead to a big game in a week.
Hi Arne, just on the VAR decision, for me at least when I was watching it wasn't entirely clear, but it may have come off Van Dijk. What was the explanation? Did you get an explanation first of all, and what was it from the referees, and do you think it was correct?
No, it's always very difficult to talk to referees in situations like this, because they have communication with the VAR, so they have to listen to what's being said. If you already if it's correct that the goal was disallowed, which is difficult for me to judge because I hear different opinions from people, and it's not completely obvious, so that is already one thing. But let's say that decision was right, then I was even more frustrated about the fact that every free kick and every corner kick we took, if we only look at Galatasaray players, the referee already gave a free kick for Galatasaray. And if you then look at how much they pulled on Virgil's shirt before the ball hit Ibu's arm, then it's safe to say that we were not the only one impressed by the atmosphere here today.
And just why today do you think you struggled to get Florian Wirtz, Mohamed Salah, Hugo Ekitike as involved as I imagine you would like? Why was that a bit difficult today?
No, I think they were quite involved, to be honest, especially in the first half where they had a lot of involvement, and they were a lot of times close to very promising situations or even chances, because it felt to me at half-time that we missed an opportunity, and we missed an opportunity to score a goal, to be in much better position than we were at half-time. But reality was that we weren't, and then we came out the second half, immediately got a good chance for Allister shot, and of course not much later that one-on-one for Hugo. So yeah, I think they had their moments in a away game in Europe. It's not, you cannot expect 15 chances for them, but the quality players they are. Usually, and another time they will be able to get more of these situations than we did today.
At the front here, with the headphones on us.
Hazal Palavar en son haber. Maç önü basın toplantısında size bir soru sormuştum ancak cevaplamamıştınız. Şimdi tekrar sormak istiyorum. Liverpool efsanesi eski oyuncunuz Carragher Galatasaray Liverpool'la eşleştiğinde Galatasaray %99 eleriz demişti. Siz şu anda bu sonuçla aynı fikirde, yani Carragher'a katılıyor musunuz? Teşekkür ederim.
Nah, Jamie is a pundit, and as a pundit you need to have a strong opinion, and he's a big fan of Liverpool, so take that into account. I never talk about percentages, about how big of a chance we have, yes or no. I know now, after playing twice against Galatasaray, how difficult it is to beat them. But, as I said, I think with the help of our fans, with us are being able to get even a better performances than we had tonight, and our players, that if we get another time the amount of chances we had today, we're able to score a goal. But we need to defend really well also, because Galatasaray has shown twice now that they can score a goal against us. So a lot to play for next week, and the game I'm really looking forward to, because we played at Anfield.
In the second row.
Vahittin Çiçek TVNet, duran toplarda İngiliz takımlarına alışık olduğu fiziksel mücadele Premier Lig'de daha fazla tolere ediliyor. Ancak Şampiyonlar Ligi'nde hakemler buna daha az izin veriyor. Bugün duran toplarda tamamen lig farkının fark ettiğini düşünüyor musunuz? Az önce de bununla alakalı bir şeyler cevapladı hoca ama...
Yeah, it's completely true what you're saying. In the Premier League, there's much more allowed than in the Champions League. We are talking about those things in the lead up to the game, of course. And that's why I was so surprised that it wasn't a penalty. Because in all the other incidents where he thought he saw something when we made the foul, and he was so fast of blowing his whistle so he could give Galatasaray a free kick, then it's really, really, really surprising if the same referee in another incident, when they make a foul, says, okay, I'm going to accept this completely. But yeah, if you look at overall 90 minutes, I don't think I can be surprised by that decision.
At the second row, yeah. The yellow line, yeah.
Carragher, siz Furkan Uzun. Geçtiğimiz aylarda duran top antrenörünüzü değiştirdiniz ve bu değişiklikten sonra Premier Lig'de özellikle çok sık gol bulan bir takım haline geldiniz. Bugün Şampiyonlar Ligi'nde son 2 yılda ilk defa duran toptan gol yiyerek yediniz ve maçı kaybettiniz. Bunu nasıl açıklarsınız? Bu rakibinizin bir özelliği mi, yoksa sizin bir zaafınız mı? Teşekkür ederim.
No, I think if you haven't conceded a goal in 2 years in the Champions League, that tells you that we are doing our job defensively quite well. Credit to Galatasaray how they scored. If you look at how Osimhen plays that duel, tries to do everything to win that duel when we make it as tough as possible. Then you have to give credit to him and to the one that scored, because he was the one that reacted the quickest. But conceding 1 goal in 2 years in Europe doesn't tell me we are poor in defensive set pieces. But the importance of set pieces are clear, because it's really, really, really hard to win a game of football in the modern era if you have a negative balance in set pieces. Now we're only halfway through, and we will get our set pieces at Anfield, and I think we are allowed to attack the box, just to run, not even make a foul, just to run, because today when we only run into the box, there was already a foul given against us. So that will be better, and hopefully we can score a set piece in our home game.
Last question at the front here.
TRT Spor Serdar Kelleci. Liverpool Premier Lig'de de özellikle rakipler derinde beklediği zaman bazen daha büyük problem yaşamıyor, öyle söyleyeyim, ama 35. metrede savunma çizgisini çizdiği zaman rakipler daha kolay problem çözüyor Liverpool. Rakiplerin derinde savunduğu, derin savunma yaptığı dönemlerde Gakpo ya da Florian Wirtz kullanılıyor bölgede. Sezon başı olsa oraya bir takviye ister miydi hocam? Daha genişlik verecek bir oyuncu ister miydi? Oyuna genişlik verecek bir oyuncu ister miydi?
Nah, I don't think there's any use of talking about if. I'm very happy with the squad we are having. They're able to create enough chances for an away game in Europe in the last 16 match to score a goal. But not for the first time this season we weren't able to convert our chances into goals. But as I said, it's only halfway, Anfield to go. And I have all the trust that my players can keep generating chances, and eventually luck will fall to us somewhere. At least that's what I believe.
Thank you very much, guys.